Boy, that's a tough one. I've had several uh, role models in my life, and I can actually point right now. My thought is your grandmother, Willa Boyd, who has taught me to think about certain situations instead of going right for the kill, stop and think about it. And I think she has been a big influence on my life in being patient.
Nice.
And not being so quick to judge or make a decision that you'll regret later on.
Nice.
And I think that, and your great-grandmother, Miss Lucinda Harris. There was a couple times I would always go and see her when I was having a bad time in life, like not getting the man I wanted. And I would talk to her, and this one day, I was just crying and whining, and she looked at me, and she always called me Mary. She said, Mary, every day wasn't made for you. And the way she said it, it just had such an impact on me, Yeah. What am I sitting here crying and whining about?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So I heard that my grandma had a big impact as far as patience and stopping to think before you go for the kill. And
Right.
then Grandma Lucinda with putting things in perspective and being there for you when you're sad.
Well, I think I have been pretty much, I have never had any situations where I wasn't accepted or didn't feel like I didn't fit in or anything, because I think that we always down here, there wasn't a big status problem.
Everyone was poor.
Yes, growing up, and in the 60s, when they were having such riots and Berkeley's, people being beaten by the police, and the protests and everything like that, and I really didn't understand what was going on, because we didn't have a race problem here, and that because my best friend, well, to this day, are mostly black women. Your grandmother, my friend Louise that I grew up with, when we were, I have a picture of us sitting on the steps up on Osage Hill. After school, we stayed all night, spent nights in one another's homes, and so I'm really not one to have any problems with that with the race issue.
What'd you hear, Jalen?
I heard that in the 60s and stuff, everything here was relatively peaceful between black and white, or at least in your circle, you didn't experience.
No, I didn't, and
And that you were relatively safe.
I mean, we all had arguments. Did we talk back and forth, or wait?
You
until
can
this
after you
end?
finish, yeah.
We all had, we get in fights and everything, but I always noticed, because, your dad will probably, maybe, I haven't read all of his book yet, but I might find out that a lot of us were in and out of the bars throughout the years. And I know my two younger brothers and other guys, when they would, they might have a problem with one another, black and white, but when someone new came in and attacked one of them, they were all, that was a no-no.
United front.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Got you. One time I went to a baby shower for one of our Spanish friends. And it was cousins, uncles, dads, like it was everybody. And like immediately they were really accepting. We talked a lot about like different issues in our respective communities, and it kind of tied together a lot. So it showed me that we had a lot more in common than I thought.
So what did you hear, Mary Jane?
That was what everything was I was talking about. You see things like that too, that you do after you get to know someone. You find out that, hey, they're just like me. We have the same interests, the same, a lot in common, more than what we thought we would.